Welcome to your online coffee break, where we discuss bite-sized topics that inspire, educate, and entertain. Here's your host, a software innovator, award-winning marketer, and astronomy and space buff, Chuck Fields.
Hey, thanks for joining us today for your online coffee break. We have an exciting guest today, Mr. John Schneider of the Dukes of Hazzard fame. But before we get to John, just a couple reminders. We are getting ready to launch our spin-off series called Your Space Journey. It's launching on November 14th, featuring an interview with NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine. We also have other episodes coming up with Peter Beck, the CEO of Rocket Lab, and even Queen guitarist Brian May. Here's a trailer of that show right now.
Welcome to Your Space Journey, where we venture into the future of space exploration and the incredible leaders who are taking us there.
This really represents the furthest that the hand of man has ever reached in terms of photographing an object in the Kuiper Belt. This has never been done before.
Now, one fundamental research question is really at the heart of many of our missions, and that is a question that we're learning a ton on right now, and it has to do with, is there life out there?
Right.
It's a fundamental research question, if there ever is one.
I think it is the settlement of Mars in particular. While it's possible with existing propulsion, absolutely, you can get to Mars in 6 months with existing propulsion, it will drive the development of advanced propulsion in the same way that European settlement of North America drove nautical technology.
Your Space Journey is launching on Thursday, November 14th. It's going to be available for free on all popular podcast applications and on YouTube. You can subscribe now for free. Just go to our website for more info at yourSpaceJourney.com. Now, we again thank you for joining this podcast today. You can help Online Coffee Break by liking us on whatever podcast application you're listening to us on, or if you're watching on YouTube, we'd appreciate a like, a comment, and subscribe. That would be great too. We really appreciate your support, and by sharing the episodes, it helps us get the word out to even more people just like you. Now, let's turn on to our major guest today. We've had John Schneider on before, but it was about a year and a half ago on episode 37. So I'm so pleased to welcome John back to the show. Now, John's extensive acting career includes, of course, the iconic role of Bo Duke on the Dukes of Hazzard, as well as Jonathan Kent on Smallville. John was also a fan favorite on Dancing with the Stars last fall, and he currently stars as Jim Cryer on the hit Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots. Since we last spoke with John, he's been quite busy releasing new music, and his new movie, Christmas Cards, is coming out just in time for the holidays.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the broken famous.
Hey, would you mind signing this for my grandpa? He loved Doogie Howser.
Dukes of Hazzard.
John, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm great. We're in sunny Las Vegas for just another 45 minutes or so. We came here to see some of the SEMA show, and now we're going back to Louisiana.
Oh, that's great. Well, listen, it's been a while since we talked. Not even sure if you remember, but it's been about a year and a half. Your hair looks fine, so I'm mixing with it. Anyway, you've been so busy since we last talked. I mean, you finished the Odyssey project. You ended up with like 72 songs in 2018. You've released several new albums. You were on Dancing with the Stars. And oh yeah, you got married. Congratulations.
Thank you. Wait, where is it? There it is.
Oh, that's looking good. He's showing his wedding ring.
And even more important, got divorced.
Yes. Yeah, we're kind of glad to hear that.
It's a very important ingredient. Yeah, so it's been, and we made a movie. We made Christmas Cards.
Well, tell me about Christmas Cards. The trailer just looks fantastic. I want to hear all about it. I cannot wait till it comes out.
Christmas Cards is so great. It's a story. It's a wonderful story, kind of like an episode of Dukes of Hazzard, where the good guys have flaws, the bad guys are bad, but when the push comes to shove, they're human.
Right.
And if it weren't for community, if it weren't for the integrity and hard work of my friends, I wouldn't be able to make it through the end of the day, which is the proper ingredients to an episode of Dukes of Hazzard.
That is
so
true.
We made this movie. I play a guy who drives, it's on the 40th anniversary of my television show where I drove Bo's General Lee.
Nice.
Right? Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, just when I think things are coming up roses, somebody goes online and says that my car and therefore myself are the universal signs of racism and intolerance.
Right.
Which, as you know, happened.
Yes.
Because they're not showing Dukes of Hazzard on TV land anymore. They're not showing it anywhere in the United States anymore. It's still, by the way, in syndication globally. It's only not on here.
John, that always drove me crazy. I mean, the Confederate flag, I grew up with the show. A lot of us out there have grown up with it. It is the least racist show I ever could imagine. I can't imagine that it got branded like that.
It's a totally colorblind show.
Yeah.
Case in point, I mean, when I travel around a lot, and people are very excited about Christmas cards. I have white people, I have black people, I have yellow people, I have red people. If there were blue people, I would have them. We love the Dukes of Hazzard, and we love the haves and have-nots.
Right.
So if real people had any problem with the Dukes of Hazzard, or, I'm getting a bunch of flack about Christmas cards now from the not-so-silent minority. If real people had any problem with that, the car, don't you think I would know about it? They would tell me. They don't. They don't tell me. All they tell me is me and my brother or me and my cousin used to fight about who got to be Bo. That's what they tell me. And it doesn't matter where they're from, how old they are, or what color they are. They love the Dukes of Hazzard. That's why I think that Christmas cards is going to be not just a home run for us. I think it's going to be a grand slam.
Well, see, I do too, because you even have the balladeer narrating it. It's just like a Dukes of Hazzard episode, and I understand that you actually do your own stunt driving in this movie.
I did. I actually jumped the General Lee.
Nice.
I jumped Bo's General Lee in this show. And I kept it so you could see that it's me in the car wearing a helmet. And I wear my orange Bo Duke helmet.
Nice.
So it's pretty cool. And as for the balladeer, for me, there's no better voice out there than Johnny Lee. Johnny Lee has that kind of sarcastic, kind of, I've got a secret thing that Waylon had.
Yeah.
When Waylon said, you knew he knew something.
Yep.
Johnny Lee says, you know that he knows something. So when we did the reunion shows, we had Don Williams was the balladeer once, and Mac Davis was the balladeer the second time. Mm-hmm. And I love both those guys, but I think Johnny Lee is the real deal. Johnny Lee is the right choice.
So that's fantastic. Now, about the release of the movie, I understand that they can pre-order your DVDs coming out around Thanksgiving. Is that right?
Yeah, the DVD, we're doing everything we can to ship the DVD on Monday of Thanksgiving week so that people can have it by what we are calling Orange Friday.
Nice.
We're calling it Orange Friday in honor of the General Lee. And this recovering Yankee, I'm from New York, says, it's about time. People have been tearing down, I think, incorrectly so. They've been tearing down all these Confederate monuments.
Right.
So I thought it was time for a recovering Yankee to build one. And that's what Orange Friday is. So if you want your copy of Christmas cards, it'll be for sale after that. But if you want it, the prices are better right now. So if you want your copy of Christmas cards, pre-order, and we're going to do everything we can. I've been putting it on Facebook.
Yeah, I heard that.
They sent me the covers, not the actual DVDs, because those are still being manufactured, being pressed. But I've been signing the paper covers of Christmas cards for about 3 weeks now, and I think I'm up to right around 10,000.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine you signed that much. That is so great. So again, it's the perfect gift for those diehard Dukes of Hazzard fans. You can get a personalized Christmas cards. How cool is that?
You can. It's great. And also, if you're a fan of the show, that's terrific. If you listen to the Redneck Rebel album, a bunch of the Redneck Rebel album is in Christmas cards.
That's okay. Actually, John, I wanted to talk to you about that album, Redneck Rebel. I love it. One of my favorite songs off there is "A Long Way from Lonely."
Long way from lonely tonight. Isn't that great?
Great song.
On a plane to Vegas, took a little highs. That's where I am right now with a couple new friends of mine. Yep. So it's that's a fun album. So we put a bunch of the music from there into Christmas cards. Also, we put our absolute opposite of the Redneck Rebel album is our Recycling Grace album.
Right.
We put some of the Recycling Grace music because it's wonderful. It's gospel music. That's in Christmas Cars. And because it's Christmas Cars, we put some of our Merry Christmas Baby music, like Zat You Santa Claus and Merry Christmas Baby, Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. Those songs are also in Christmas Cars.
That is just fantastic. Even your Merry Christmas Baby, that just came out last year. One of my favorite songs in there is the Auld Lang Syne, if I got that right.
Oh, isn't that great with all the Dukes, all the Dukes references in there?
Exactly. Yeah, sorry. Dukes of Hazzard fans, you're going to love that song. Perfect time for Christmas, too. And again, you mentioned Recycling Grace. That's my job. Is again, just so many other songs came in. Just what was your inspiration behind doing that album? I thought that was wonderful.
Well, we had, Alicia and I had both, and we didn't realize it, we both had a favorite song that was recorded by the Blind Boys of Alabama. Mm-hmm. And they did a song, they did Amazing Grace to the tune of House of the Rising Sun.
Nice.
That's been a favorite song of mine, a favorite version of mine for years. Well, we were at a friend's funeral, and turns out one of the blind boys from Alabama was there, and he sang that song. So our friend Reggie Young actually had played on that song. So Alicia looked at me and she said, "That's always been one of my favorite songs." I was like, "Well, me too."
Nice.
And people had been asking me to do a gospel album for decades. So we looked at each other and said, well, maybe it's time to do a gospel album. At the end of the funeral, I've known B.J. Thomas for decades. Mm-hmm. B.J. came up, gave me a hug, met Alicia, and then said, "John, when are you going to do a gospel album?"
Wow.
And I thought, well, if that's not God
Absolutely.
saying, "Hey, Dada,
yep.
do a gospel album," then nothing is. So as soon as we decided to do it, we had these wonderful songs. We did "I'll Fly Away." Mm-hmm. We have a "Sing Hallelujah," which is a wonderful song that Cody McCarver wrote. And one of Alicia's favorite songs always has been "That's My Job." So I don't know of a more emotional song. I used to tour with Conway Twitty.
Really?
So I don't know of a more emotional song than that. So what an honor it was to sing that song. And folks, if you haven't heard it yet, give a listen to Recycling Grace. Our dear friend Scott Innes, who was on radio in Baton Rouge, actually wrote Recycling Grace, the song for an organization that helps, it's a women's shelter, I think it's in Ohio, called Recycling Grace. So it was kind of like the wagons were in a circle, and this was an album that could not be done. So we did it.
Oh, John, well, your music is just incredible, and your acting is incredible. I cannot wait till Christmas Cars comes out. One last thing, if I could ask you about, you do this wonderful event each year that I cannot wait to go to. I need to get down there, Bo's Extravaganza. Can you tell us more about that?
We do that for my birthday every year. My birthday is April 8th, and we do it on the weekend, though. So this year, Bo's Extravaganza, our third annual, is going to be on April 4th and 5th.
Nice.
And I'm not going to tell you who we have yet, but we have some pretty great talent lined up to be singing, I know, on Saturday and on Sunday. The first year we had Kix Brooks. Last year we had Kid Rock. And this year next year, the next one, we've got some very, very special folks that you are going to love. Folks I've been listening to almost all my life. There, that's my clue.
See, I cannot wait to find out who that is.
It's food, it's helicopter rides. That's where I jump the General Lee. I'm going to actually jump something. I'm not sure if I'm going to jump the General Lee, but I'm going to jump something further than I jumped last year. And we're going to use that jump. We're pretty smart. The jump that I did for Bo's Extravaganza is the jump that we used in Christmas Cars.
Really?
So when I jump a car for Bo's Extravaganza 2020, we're going to be using that jump for a movie we're going to do in February called Stand On It, which is a tribute to Smokey and the Bandit. And we are right now recording music for that movie.
And that comes out in February?
No. We film it in February.
Film it in February. Okay, excellent.
It won't come out until the end of summer 2020. But it's called Stand On It. Like stand on it, like stand on the gas pedal. Wow.
Oh, wow. That's perfect. John, my gosh, what else do you have going on? You've got so much going on. I don't know how you keep it all together.
No, actually, I'll tell you what. We are going to we're going home today, and then On Saturday, we fly to New York because I've been asked to come and reprise my role as the Baron in Grand Hotel.
Nice.
For 2 shows for charity on Monday night at a wonderful theater. I wish I could tell you the name of it. I can't, but it's at, because I don't remember it. It's
That's
at
okay.
42nd and 10th Street, right in the middle of Broadway. And we're doing 2 shows only, Monday night, 7 and 9:30. So I'll be doing the Grand Hotel, which I've not done in 30 years.
Oh my gosh, that would be fantastic. And John, I love that about you too, is you give back to the community. You even are co-founder of the Children's Miracle Network, which I think is fantastic.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's been great. We've raised $7.7 or $7.8 billion for children's hospitals. Yeah, billion with a B. So that's pretty fantastic. Oh. I think you should give back. I think everybody should give back, but right. I think if you've been given a little extra for whatever reason, then you definitely should give back. Absolutely. It's required.
Well, John, you are an exemplary of that, and I appreciate it. I just want to thank you for taking time to join us today. I want to wish you and Alicia wonderful holidays, wonderful Christmas coming up. All right, thanks so much for joining us.
Enjoy Christmas cards. Go to johnschneiderstudios.com and pre-order your Christmas cards today.
Online coffee break.
Wow, I really enjoyed my conversation with John today. I hope you did too. If you'd like to find out more about his new movie, Christmas Cars, or to pre-order it, just go to his website at johnschneiderstudios.com. I want to thank John for joining us today. I want to thank you for joining us today as well. Again, we'd love it if you'd subscribe. It's free on your favorite podcast application or on YouTube. We'd also love it if you'd rate us on your podcast application or YouTube as well, or share this episode with a friend. Again, we really appreciate you joining us today. We'll see you next time. God bless.